Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. Angie still has the same top pros and reviews you've counted on for more than 20 years. Only now, you'll also get access to all the tools you need to make your home a happy place. Inside, outside, big or small, Angie helps you find the right solution for whatever you need done, all from your phone. It's simple to find upfront pricing and instantly book hundreds of projects. You can even search pricing guides to see what others paid for similar jobs and easily compare quotes from top local pros to make sure you're getting a fair price. From lawn care to repairing the AC to the project of your dreams, Angie has your home projects handled from start to finish. Plus, when you book and pay through Angie, they'll cover your project up to the full purchase price plus limited damage protection with their happiness guarantee. Make your home an Angie home. Check out Angie.com today. And for more on the happiness guarantee, go to Angie.com/happiness-guarantee.htm.
Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jen podcast brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Cassie is looking for a second date update with a guy named Aaron. Hi, Cassie. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for being able to help out, hopefully.
We'll try. Let's start from the beginning. How did you meet Aaron, and how'd the first date go?
Yeah, so we met on Bumble, and he was really, really nice. Like, just from the start of it, I could tell that he was a really, really nice guy. And we talked for about a week. I was into it and he was into it. And so we decided to go ahead and meet in person. So our first date, we went to the Holy Grail to watch basketball. And, I thought that it would be fun for him because he had told me that he, was into sports. And I like sports a little bit. I know a little bit to get by, And so we did the standard, ordered some appetizers. We were drinking beers, very simple, very, very low stakes,
Mm-hmm.
And so we talked, and after, hanging out, we decided to just call it a night, and things were good. He said he had to work, so we just, parted ways like that, and that was it. There was no hug and no kiss, and it's been a few days, and, I haven't heard anything, so I'm just kind of wondering what's going on, because for the first, week, we would text back right away. He would text back right away, and so now I'm just okay, what happened?
Okay, so the week leading up, before you ever met in person, you guys were conversing back and forth, and he was usually very responsive, right?
Yes, and it was constant. It was a constant back and forth. I never, went too far, texting too much, and he never... it wasn't like your classic clues that something was off. Yeah.
And you used the phrase, it was good, which I take that to mean the overall date was good, or it felt good, in the end as you guys were parting ways, even though there was no hug or kiss or you didn't go back to each other's place.
The date felt good up until the very end when there was nothing.
Gotcha. And that's when it didn't feel so good anymore.
Right.
You felt a shift, kind of a change in the vibe from him?
Totally.
Yeah. Any theories? Anything weird or awkward happened during the date that you think might be responsible for his change in attitude?
Not that I can think of.
Was he pretty involved in the game, or was there more talking?
We talked a bunch during the game. The attention definitely was on the game, but, we did have steady conversation through the whole night.
I always find it interesting, when people, so most of the communication before you met in person, was it by text, or had there been phone conversations, Zoom chats, anything like that? I always wonder how it is when you finally meet the person, if it's the same rapport as it was online.
It was pretty much all text before we met in person. And when we first got there and we first sat down, it was just a natural flow back and forth. Then at the end, it was just okay, where did that person leave? Am I with a different person?
Oh, wow,
it was that much of a shift.
Weird. I was going to say, do you feel, obviously he had shifted, do you feel your thoughts or opinions had shifted on him? Was it reciprocal?
I was up for a second date. I was up to schedule it kind of right then and there. So
yeah,
not having anything to go on has been...
And as far as Aaron is concerned, would you say he met or exceeded your expectations?
He definitely met my expectations. I really try to go into these situations with a neutral expectation or no expectation, because you just don't know. Like, there's no way to really, really tell.
Yeah.
But he definitely met them, and I definitely would go on another date just to be certain it's something that I would want to continue.
I'm just
I would
curious.
Try to give it like 1 or 2 dates.
I'm just curious, and I don't know if your situation is representative of most people on Bumble, but I'm just wondering, like, how many out of the people who you chat with on Bumble, how often does that result in an actual person-to-person meeting?
For me personally, I mean, I've heard girlfriends say that they'll reach out and they never hear from anybody for like months.
Wow.
But then for me, it's probably about like 1 in like 14-ish.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
So for something to result in an actual meetup and for it to go well, it's rare. It says
it's a little
something.
work. It's a little work, and I just don't know if people are like tired of Bumble, but I mean, I still feel like that's the best place for me to be, meeting people who actually want to like go out.
Because the woman is kind of in control on Bumble, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a break here then. When we come back, we'll try to call Aaron, and let's just feel him out. See what he thought of you and his meetup with you at the Holy Grail, and if there's any chance of a real second date. Coming up as we continue with Second Date Update here at Cincinnati's Q102. All right, so Cassie went on a date with Aaron. She met Aaron on Bumble. Seemed like a nice guy. They conversed for about a week before meeting in person, and when they did, they met up at the Holy Grail, watched some college basketball, got to talk a little bit, hung out, some apps and beer. Was assuming that this would result in a second date, but kind of near the end there, he just sort of went cold.
Sounds like it started good, though.
Yeah, I mean, everything was fine. I mean, I would even lean toward saying more than fine. And then after it was, nothing, just crickets.
So Aaron's ghosted, and here we are. We're going to call him and just feel him out and see what's up.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Aaron. It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you?
I'm good.
Do you got a few minutes?
Yeah.
We got you on speakerphone. We'll try not to take up too much of your time. We just wanted to see if you'd be willing to talk about a mutual friend. We spoke with your friend Cassie, who you met on Bumble. She sounds very nice. Evidently, you guys got together recently, hung out at the Holy Grail, watched some basketball. She was telling us about that. Said you were a perfect gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, she was under the impression that maybe you guys would get together again in the future. You seem to hit it off, kind of, but I don't know. You've kind of gone quiet, and now she's second-guessing herself and thinking maybe she said or did something to offend you, and just wanted to make sure things were cool between you and just see what's been going on with you. Everything okay?
Yeah, I mean, I liked her before. I liked her at first when we were texting back and forth and on Bumble and stuff. But then when we met, she kind of mothered me a little bit.
She mothered you?
Yes, it was really, really weird.
How so? Can you give me an example?
Yeah, I can give you a few, actually. So, when we first got there, she was cool. I could tell she was nervous, but we were fine. Basketball was on. We ordered some beers. Everything seemed normal to me. But then when the waitress came to ask what we wanted to eat, she said that I could order for myself. And I thought that was kind of weird.
What, as if she was giving you permission to order for yourself?
Yes. I was a little off-put by it, but, I was like, whatever, maybe it's just weird first date awkward.
Thank you, I will.
Yeah. So I got a quesadilla, and then when it came, she grabbed her knife and fork and literally asked me if I wanted her to cut it up for me.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, what?
It's a quesadilla. You pick the damn thing up anyway, usually.
Right. Yeah, it was really weird, but that's, the biggest one was I went up to go to the bathroom at one point, and she reminded me to wash my hands, after I pee or TT, or I don't remember what she said.
Oh, no.
But I was like, what am I, your 6-year-old child? That just totally freaked me out. I'm really not into that.
So if it was one of those things, you probably wouldn't have thought too much about it or maybe kind of laughed, but all of them collectively were like, whoa, something's up here.
Thinking, you want to cut up my quesadilla, go for it.
Yeah, but I am going to go tinkle now.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring Cassie in the conversation because I really want to get her reaction to what you just said. Cassie, you there?
Yeah.
Is this something that you just do without even thinking about it? You seem to have a very strong motherly nurturing instinct.
Do you have a 6-year-old at home?
No, I don't. I don't have kids, but I am just a nurturer. You know, I really can't help it. It's just who I am. You know, I get it from my mom. My mom was like that, and my siblings are like that. It's just who I am. I really enjoy and find it to be natural to just take care of people. Like, Aaron saying some of this back does sound worse than what it actually was at the time.
Did you, when he went to the restroom, did you say pee-pee and wee-wee, or was that an exaggeration?
I think that may have been an exaggeration. I don't think I said exactly that. I mean, but something along those lines.
Interesting. Because I'm wondering, like, now that you've sort of been called out on it, and this is assuming, you know, you both would be open to this, if Aaron were to agree to go out with you again, do you think that you could maybe tone that down a little bit? I don't want to be presumptuous, Aaron. I'm assuming you'd be open to a second date, but maybe not after this. I don't know.
I think I'm too weird. I probably wouldn't. I can't get past it. It was so awkward.
What's done is done, but like I said, some of this sounds worse than what it was at the time. So, you know, maybe in the future I'll just know to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a place for nurturing. You know? There's a lot of guys out there who are totally open to being nurtured.
Do you think that this was your way, Cassie, of maybe putting out there what maybe you are looking for? Are you looking for a daddy? You know, like sometimes people put out there sort of what they want in return without calling it out.
Or even realizing they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Well, Aaron, you know, we appreciate the explanation. I mean, thanks for at least taking a call and explaining it to Cassie and us.
Yeah, for sure.
And Cassie, I'm sorry it turned out the way that it did. You both sound like very nice people. Would have loved to have seen you two get together again, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can be friends, Cassie, but I'm out on another date.
That is code for you will never hear from me again.
Thanks, guys. I actually really appreciate it. At least I know going forward what I'm putting out there.
Which may be embraced by some other guy.
Yeah.
You never know. But we appreciate you putting yourself out there, Cassie. Thanks for coming on. Thank you both for coming on Second Date Update, and best of luck to you both as well.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, if we can do a second date update for you, shoot us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com. If you don't change your underwear every day, gross, but you're not alone. And we'll talk about it on National Underwear Day here coming up shortly. Also, our most stressed out body parts and cookie-filled M&Ms are coming, guys.
All right.
News that didn't make the news that we think should have. Coming up next.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.